Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, my YouTube family. Whenever you're watching this video, let me first say thank you guys, my subscribers, for still hanging with me and being with me. Thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate you finding something in me that was enjoyable. And also thank you to my new subscribers, hopefully who'll be coming in the future. Please do me a favor. Please like the video for me. And if you'd like to share it, you can. But I have to be honest with you guys. I had kind of a meltdown today. Um, And I was somewhat shocked at myself because I think what it is, normally what I do when things are kind of messed up or things are going wrong or things are just out of whack, I kind of withdraw, and I have time to meditate about it and kind of calm my thoughts and calm my nerves. I'm not into Buddhism or Zen Buddhism, but I just relax as they did on what was it, a different word, relax, relate, release. But um about 2 weeks ago, I went to the doctor, and well, it was about a month ago, and so my blood pressure was up, and of course, in my case, mine is from genetics because I don't eat anything. I'm not pressured and stressed. All the stuff that usually goes along with high blood pressure, I don't do them. So, but my father had heart issues, high blood pressure. He had a stroke, and then one of my sisters, she had a stroke. She's younger than me, so my sister and myself, we inherited those things from my father. They talk about generational curses and things that are passed down through the bloodline. So my sister and I, one of my sisters and myself, was blessed to get that from my father. Thank God, though, in her case, her stroke wasn't as bad, because unless you just really knew her before the stroke, you really can't tell that she had it, even though she is disabled and on disability. So that was I have to say, it's a blessing compared to what my father went through when he had his stroke. But anyway, the doctor was concerned because my blood pressure was like 200 over 110, and it stayed that way for about a week. So I had to keep going back like once a week, trying different medications to see if what will stabilize my blood pressure. So finally got that somewhat stabilized to a point. Of course, in the process of doing all that, they draw blood. Well, I never told you guys my cancer story. I had cancer. Um, it's been 30 years now. Yeah, it's been 30 years plus. Yeah. Um, and see, my type of cancer deals with like leukemia type thing, with your blood cells, your white blood cells, and all that. So, of course, it spread, and that I ended up having breast cancer back then. And see, back then, if any men were having it, they weren't discussing it. So I kind of felt like, you know, I was being picked on, or why did that happen to me? Because of the fact that I'm a guy with breast cancer. So, but anyway, I had to undergo a bilateral mastectomy, just like a woman would have, with tubes and the chemo and the whole 9 yards. Got through that, but I've always still had problems with my anemia, or my anemia. Yeah, that's it. Because of the leukemia. Some things, again, that was inherited. Cancer runs in my mom on my mother's side, well, both mother and father. Um, because we had the test. I think they do a test now, but we all carry the cancer gene, so to speak. So, once you get educated on a lot of stuff, and you go through the process, and you research and do your studying on all of it and what you need to do to be healthy and kind of ward off those things, then that's what you do. And in all honesty, I never gave it any more thought, you know, as far as my health was concerned. I just kept on living and kept on going. But I've always been somewhat assured not to overdo anything that would affect my health or take me back to a place where I was sick. So the doctor was doing blood tests, and he asked about my white blood count. He said, "Your white blood count is kind of high." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." And for those of you who may not know, your white blood cells are the blood cells that fights any kind of, if you're sick or have a fever, flu, infection, anything in your body. the white blood cells within your body, they increase to fight the infection or fight whatever it is that's attacking your body. Um, so he said it was kind of a little high at the first blood test he did. And I said, okay, well, I wasn't thinking about it because, it is what it is. Then he did it again because he just wanted to see had it gone down, but it hadn't gone down yet. And so he said, I'm still concerned about your white blood cell count. It's still a little bit high. And I told him, I said, well, I don't know what to do. I said, I'm not doing anything differently. I'm at this point, I'm really being a little bit healthier than I was prior to coming to you, because I'm trying to make sure I keep my blood pressure stable and all that. So, and I said, I'm not, I'm not really stressed. I have a lot on my mind, but I'm not really stressed. I said, because, you know, uh, the most stressful parts of my life recently would have been, taking care of my father, with dementia, and then with all the health issues he had, and totally bedridden, and I had to work and take care of him. I said, so I hate to say it this way, but that stress is gone because he passed away. So a lot of the things I had to stay up and do and readjust for him, I don't have to do it. So I'm kind of getting back into like a regular routine or a regular schedule. So I said, I don't know. Because I kept trying to figure in my mind, what am I doing? You play it over in your mind. What am I eating? What am I, whatever. So he said, well, okay, we'll just wait and we'll just monitor it, for now. And so the third time, the second test, his nurse called me and said he wanted me to come in the office. He wanted to do another blood test. And I'm thinking, I said, well, what happened? She said, it's just your white blood cell count. It will not go down. It's still high. And I said, okay, well, I'll come in. So um, today I had to go in and they had to draw some more blood. Um, and he was telling me the different things, what the white blood cell count, what being high, what that may represent. And I told him, I said, well, I've already Googled it and read up on it. I said, so I know what that possibly means. So I told him the only thing that I can remember when I was younger, because I haven't had this problem since, was that I had a form of leukemia. Yeah. And I guess I inherited that. A lot of things we get, they're just passed down through the blood. That's why it's very important to pray and to ask God to heal you from generational curses or break those curses. People don't believe in that, but anything that most of the time, most of the things that we receive, especially black people, because of our it's easy for us to get certain things like diabetes and high blood pressure, because of our eating habits or whatever, how we had to eat, with our situation. So I've always kind of been very careful in that area. So I was telling him, I said, well, I had, leukemia. I said, and I kind of got through that. And then I had breast cancer, and I got through that. And he said, well, I remember you telling me about the breast cancer. I said, yeah, because I showed him, I still have the little scars where they did the little mastectomy and stuff. My God, that was painful. But anyway, I told him I do have a problem with anemia. I said, because, with the leukemia, you have issues with sickle cell and all that kind of stuff. I said, I never had full-blown sickle cell. I said, I've always carried the trait, but I was prone to that as well. So he said he didn't know that, so he said he wanted to do another blood test and to see exactly what was going on. And I said, okay, well, okay, we'll do that. And so he did it again today, and today I think I haven't stressed over it, but I was just trying to replay in my mind, what am I doing? What am I doing? What do I need to decrease or increase? Because outside of, well, my biggest weakness, I'm going to tell you, is sweet tea. I'm just going to be honest with you. Sweet tea with lemon, I go through a gallon of it a day, literally. But outside of that, I don't have any other quirks or any other bad habits, I don't eat really bad. I'm into a lot of salads. I love salads and sandwiches, soups. Very seldom do I have anything fried. So I just told him, I said, it's just in my DNA, and there's nothing I can do about that. But anyway, so I went to the store. I said, well, let me go and get some. I had to get a prescription filled, I think, yeah. And so here come these three people. And on the front door of the door of the store, it says, please do not enter without a mask. And we cannot serve you without a mask. And the thing is, it's as big as day on the door, on both of the doors that you go in and out. So you can't say you didn't see it, or you were oblivious to it. You know what I'm saying? So I was already tired, and I guess I was already frustrated from trying to figure out what's really going on. And in my case, I always thought, well, see, Lord, every time something you tell me to do something, the devil comes and attack. If the enemy comes and does something against me, I said, to make me shut up and make me stop. I said, but I never stop. I keep going because it's you, God. So if you have my back, I don't worry about anything else. So these three people came in the store. So the young lady was saying, asking them to please put on a mask because of the fact that the COVID and all that. And so they started saying something about their constitutional right not to wear a mask. So I said, well, I was kind of walking around the front part of the store where the cashier was, and when I heard that, I said, well, let me go to the back. I'm not about to get into this. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm just not going to do it. So I went on back to the back. So I stayed back there maybe 10 minutes and said, well, let me go because I'm tired. I need to go get this medicine, go to sleep, and just rest. Get back up there, and they're up there quoting something about the Constitution and they're right, and they this, they this, and they that, and they that. And I just stood there and looked at them like, I know these heifers ain't sitting up here arguing about not catching a disease, or not necessarily them catching or them spreading it if they have it. Okay, so by this time the cashier still nice, but you can tell she was frustrated. And my thought was, why would it's almost like the beef said, why would you place yourself in a predicament that will cause negative or harm or chaos? I'm just not a person who relishes chaos, because I know, in my case, I know what it does to my body. I know the ramifications of it because of the health issues I had growing up. So I try not to embrace or welcome anything that tense or that stressful or cause a chaotic scene. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, my head was hurting. I was tired. I just got the doctor, just got stuck again, blood and all this kind of stuff, and I just needed to get somewhere and rest. And I was trying to get everything done fast so I can get home and get some sleep. Okay, so they started going off and they started hollering, and they started doing this, and I'm standing there with the stuff in my hand, and in the line. And so they're close up there by the line, where the cashier's standing, because she's still explaining to them store policy. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't understand why you got to explain anything about your store policy, because it's on the door. It's on the door. Please wear a mask. We cannot serve you without wearing a mask. We ask that you wear a mask when you come in and while you're in the store. Okay, so a 5-year-old could understand that. At least I would hope they would. So by this time, I'm getting frustrated. Okay. Y'all see my color. I had turned as red as this shirt. And so the cashier was looking at me, and I know she saw me getting frustrated because she could see it in my face. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, if you're not concerned about your own life, that's fine because that's you. But don't endanger other people because of your ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've taken the vaccine, the first one, I've got to take the second one, April the 24th. So she was saying something to me, and I told her, I said, I'm good. I said, but for some reason, I got into it's like I lost something. And I said, I don't understand the ramification of you, or why would you think it's okay for you, even if you didn't want to wear a mask, if you have it, why you're not thinking about the people that you're coming around? Because see, this is an airborne disease as well. If you don't believe me, it is. So why you wearing your mask and not be in contact with other people? I said, because you could be walking around positive and not know it if you've never been tested for it. And this heifer started, well, she didn't holler, but she started rolling her neck and trying to get smart with me. And I turned my head. I said, God, I ain't in no mood. I'm showing y'all what I did. I said, I ain't in no mood for this. I don't know if it's a test. I said, I'm not finna go to jail for nobody. and I'm going to remain calm. I said, I'm already dealing with the doctor situation and all of that, and I don't have time for this. So I said, if you don't care about yourself, at least care about the people who are in the store, who are shopping around you. At least do it for them. And my cousin, that's right. And why don't I know? And then they started cussing. I said, okay, you know what? I'm almost at that plateau. You know what I'm saying? So they kept going on, and I told that woman, I told that cash, baby, could you just call the police? Because I ain't got time for this. I promise you I don't. And she was apologizing. Like, you ain't got to apologize to me. It's not your fault that you've got some ignorant people still in the world who hate themselves so much they don't treasure their life or the lives of others. I said, but I'd be damned if I'm finna get some COVID with all the issues I got now. That's the last thing I'm finna get, especially from some three hoes walking. I got so mad. I said, these three hoes coming up. Who you calling out? I said, you. I said, you walking here with shorts that up the crack of your crack. You look all musty and nasty. It's like you just jumped out of a sewer. And you got the nerves. Baby, by then, I have reached my plateau. I said. And she says, and the cashier would just apologize. I'm so sorry. I said, you got to apologize. I said, you don't have to apologize for nothing. I said, if these three witches don't get their ass I said, because if I catch anything from you, I'm going to come and kill you. Lord. And the whole time I'm sitting up there fussing, all I can think about, I sound like some of the people who you You know, I'm standing in my room, look at these rusty looking bitches, looking like swole salamanders. These hoes don't get out. Oh. Baby, I had turned absolutely fiery. Do you hear me? I'm getting mad now thinking about it. It's funny now. It's funny now, but eventually, by that time, and I wasn't screaming, I wasn't yelling, I wasn't hollering, because all I could think about, I'm not finna stress. I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to come out of character. I'm not going to lose, my respect for them or for myself. Remember, you're a representation. I play stuff in my head to keep myself calm. You're a representation of God. They say Christians or whatever, they're the worst people. So by the time they got to call themselves trying to go off on what they wasn't going to do and what we weren't going to do and what I wasn't going to do, I said, no, I ain't going to do nothing. But if I catch some, I said, I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill all you. I said, I'm going to kill all you bitches. I said, how the hell you walk around? I said, go ahead, kill yourself, but don't take us. Take us with you. I said, you dumb gross. I can laugh now because by the time I left out this stove, I had the worst headache. Y'all hear me? I had the worst. I had gotten so mad and so tense, and I kept saying the nerve. I said, I can't believe y'all. Forgive me. I got caught in that moment. I can't believe these niggas up. These skank looking hoes. I said, I know damn well. This bitch ain't sitting up and talking about she don't care about no COVID. I said, okay. So I didn't even repent. I said, Lord, you know what? I understand sometimes people, they just got to get stuff off their chest. I understand it. Because I told you guys, I've come a long way because before I really learned how to just really deal with certain situations, I was like my mother. My mother was a very sweet person. And when they said give you the shirt off her back, my mother would do whatever she could for you. But she had a short fuse. She didn't like liars. She was very impatient. And I'm just like her. She didn't like a whole lot of mess and a whole lot of games. She didn't like a whole lot of silliness because she was a serious woman. I mean, she could have fun, but she was quite serious. And I'm just like her. They call me by her name sometimes because our personalities were so much alike. But I was just frustrated with it all. You know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't understand that there are people still walking around who are, with your life, do as you please, just like on YouTube. With your life, place all the danger you want on your life and place all the negative and the poison all you want. But you don't have to pass it on to somebody else who's not trying to be a part of that, who's trying to play by the rules so they will be safe. And so they could live prayerfully longer and a healthier life. And especially when you already got a compromising immune system, with my leukemia situation. Because like I told the doctor, I said, the only thing I can think of is that's coming back up again. I said, so I don't know, that or being my anemia is coming back up. I said, because now after all these years, I've never had any problems with it. So for now, I'm not sure. So once I told him that, because I never really talked about it because I never had any problems with it for so long, he kind of ordered put specific tests um, on me to see what exactly is going on because I had the prostate thing done. I don't have prostate cancer. My prostate fine. Things that they do for men. I have a colonoscopy scheduled. I think it's not until June, so that takes care of that. So I told him that's the only thing that I can think that it could possibly be is when I had the leukemia and then I had cancer and all that. I said, so I don't know if that may be coming back up or if something's going on with my body in that area. So thankfully I told him. So he took some more tests, different tests today, to see what that was. But I can't believe, y'all, I was so mad. I just, I, it's just boggled my mind how frustrated I was after dealing with the doctor for 2 hours, being stuck in the arm and tests and all this, then having to go get medicine and just go by the store and do stuff. And I was just so at that point. I was at a breaking point, but normally when I'm at a breaking point, like I said, I have an outlet. I'm usually home. I usually can get home and just relax, and just lay down and just kind of gather my thoughts. I didn't have that opportunity because I had so much stuff to do, and I never imagined I would run into people who are just that stupid. I mean, I don't know what other word to put it. Stupid, So my thing was, even though you don't care about yourself, and even though you have your constitutional right, whatever, you can go jump off that bridge and drown yourself for all I care. But don't endanger my life because if you want to die, in essence. So I just wanted to stop and share that story with you guys because it was just, I was just, I was just dumbfounded that I snapped. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week. Just keep me in your prayers. I'm not a person that discuss a lot of my things that I go through because I internalize a lot, but that's because that's just who I am. And I don't know if that's a Capricorn thing or not. I don't really stress over it. I think on it to in order to get the information I need to get in order to do whatever I need to do to help myself while in a position or while in a situation. But it's not just I don't mull it over my head and mull it over my head. I didn't do that when I got it. Uh, I take that back. When I was first diagnosed with cancer and all of that, it wasn't so much the cancer aspect of it, but to be diagnosed with breast cancer and being a man without breast. I did mull that over. That did not register with me. If the whole time I was going through the surgeries and the chemo and all that, it just couldn't register in my mind, even though at the moment I was in the thick of it, it just did not register with me. So I'm praying that that's not it, because I said that will be my luck, after Dad passed, and I spent 7 years of my life, taking care of him, and now that I get a chance to, in essence, live my life, I'm being stunted. Who knows? But anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked, I don't want to call it story time. A lot of people got the story time, but I hope you like the journey of my experience. I put it that way. Please like the video for me. Thank you again to my subscribers. Thank you again for those who will subscribe. You guys know that I love you, but God loves you so much more. You guys be blessed, okay? Bye-bye. I know I got another video coming. Big Man TV is the new king of the beef sector. Go figure.